Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today I have a little bit of a book haul featuring Mira's Snoot. I don't know why she chose this moment to be okay. Okay, she's just gonna hang out for a little bit, I guess. I do have a few books here that I've bought over the past couple months. I also want to do a little bit of a reading update because I have been gone for a little bit. I was going to do a reading vlog for the current book that I'm reading, but it is taking me way longer to get through this book than I had anticipated. I'm almost done, but I'm not quite there yet. I am reading Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Currently, I am 708 pages through this book. My plan is to finish this today because I'm very tired of reading this book, to be honest. It's good, it's just a lot, and I did not anticipate how long it was going to take me because I didn't realize how much info dumping and how many characters, parts of the world, politics, religion was going to be involved in this to this degree. I knew that was in there going in, but I did not believe the scale of it. There is so much in this book and it's very good. It's just, there's a lot happening, but it still feels really slow paced. So it's taking me a while to get through it because I'll be reading it and listening to it and then I'll start dozing off and falling asleep. And it's not because I'm not enjoying it, it's just too much. It's too much at one time. And then I already know what I'm going to read next. I am going to pick up Mother Thing. I have this audiobook available from my library, so I'm going to read and listen along with this one. So this follows Ralph and Abby Lamb as they move in with Ralph's mother, Laura. And Abby is not really connected to Laura, and she's hoping that moving in with her will help them reconnect and develop some kind of relationship between daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. And it doesn't quite go as planned. And I believe there are some ghosts involved from the back, so I don't really think this is a spoiler. I guess the mother-in-law passes away and her ghost starts haunting Abby and Ralph and is trying to destroy their marriage, is what I'm gathering from the back. Not too long. It's completely different from what I'm currently reading, so I think this is what I need to prevent the reading slump that I'm finding myself getting into right now. So for the book haul part, a few of these books I actually got at Half Price Books. I got Before Your Memory Fades. This is the third book in the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series. I think that's what the series is called. This is about the cafe where you go and you sit and have coffee in this certain booth and you are transported back in time and you have to be back before the coffee gets cold. Now that's what the first book follows. I believe all of these kind of follow the same storyline. I have all three of them now. So I plan on doing a reading vlog for this series in particular because they're fairly short and that's just a bunch of short stories like from different people that visit this cafe. And I'm very, very excited to read this. It sounds amazing. And then while I was at Half Price Books, I actually found Necroscope 2 by Brian Lumley. I want to collect as many of these as I can, at least the first 3, so that I can start the series and see if I want to continue on with it. I believe there's like 19 or 20 books in the series, so it's gonna take quite a while to get through this. But I love vampires, I love classic old horror, so I think this is right up my alley. And along the same lines of classic vampires, I picked up The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. We all know what this is about, Interview with the Vampire. It's the second book in that series. I need to find the first book, and I want to find it in one of these old beat up paperbacks. I absolutely love these. They just look like they've been read and loved, and it's just, it adds to the aesthetic of this old classic vampire series. Next, I have something completely different than those. This is Castle Waiting Volume 1 by Linda Medley. I picked this up on a sheer whim. I saw one person here on BookTube mention it and I loved the cover. I thought it was really cool. It's supposed to be like comedy, fantasy, graphic novel. I think it used to be like a comic series and then they put them in these bind-ups, but the art style is really cool and I've never read anything like this, so I'm really excited to see if this is something I like. And I love the little whimsical cover with this guy. I have no idea who he is, but I can't wait to learn who this guy is because he looks like he's up to no good. And then all of these little fairies. It's just so cute. And then I picked up a book that I thought I would never, ever pick up, sheerly because of all the hype that surrounds this author and all of her works. And it's not really my vibe, but I think I'm entering my romance era. I think. because I've been drawn to more of these books. So I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna roll with it. I picked up Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have never read an Emily Henry. I didn't think I would ever want to read any of her books, but here I am. I actually plan on taking this with me on a vacation that I'm taking here pretty soon, but we'll see. I might pick something different. I feel like this would be a good vacation book. I mean, yes, beach read, but also it's a romance. There's not going to be a lot of thinking involved with this, kind of like Priory of the Orange Tree is. So we'll see. Next I have Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. I picked this up because of the cover. Solely I thought the cover was cool. Had no idea what it's about. Turns out it's about a woman who starts dating again after being away from the dating scene for a while. She starts talking to the guy, they meet up, they had a great first date, and then he just ghosts her. And it's her just kind of dealing with things throughout her life. So this is just her dealing with that and other situations going on in her life. It mentions that her father has dementia. Her mother kind of is denying that. Her friend is starting to ghost her. Work isn't going the way that she wants it to. And it's just her dealing with being a young woman in her life, dealing with all of the things that we deal with when we're this age. So it says that it's pretty funny. So I'm excited to read this and see if I can connect with this character. Then I picked up Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. I got this from a local small independent bookstore that's close to my hometown. I don't think I've read anything by this author. It's supposed to be very funny, and it's about a group of people that are being held hostage at a bank, and they're telling the stories of their lives, and I guess either one person or all of them are not quite what they seem. It sounds like a good time. If there's anxious people, I'm sure I'm going to relate to them on some level because anxiety is now a permanent part of my personality. So I'm excited to get to this and seeing if it's just as funny as everyone has said that it is. Going back to the genre that I love and know best, we have some horror. I finally own a copy of Slewfoot by Brom. I honestly don't know anything about this book except that it's supposed to be very, very good. There are some really cool illustrations in this book, and I'm very excited to see if this is just as creepy as everyone says that it is. I think I'm gonna save this for closer to like in the fall, like in October, November. This seems like the perfect Halloween book. I don't know if I'm gonna get to this right away, but I am going to read this year. And now that I've said that, I'm not gonna be in the mood for it, and I just screwed myself on that one, so. Then I have White Horse by Erica T. Worth. This is another horror novel, and this follows a young girl. Her cousin finds a bracelet that used to belong to her mother who has passed away, and this bracelet calls up the ghost of her mother. So now her mom is haunting her, and some other creature is involved as well. I don't know anything more than that. I don't really want to know anything more than that when I go into a book like this. The first sentence in the dust jacket mentions Stephen King, so I'm here for it. Hopefully I like it. I hope it doesn't let me down. And then the last book that I have is actually the book that I picked for my Book of the Month box. I didn't like any of the selections that they had this month, so I picked one of the older selections, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Surprisingly, I don't know a lot about this book. Even though it's been around for a little while now, I believe it was one of the most popular books of 2019. This is from 2019. I'm way behind. Oh well. I know that it follows a girl who, I think she commits murder, and then she ends up in like a psychiatric unit, and she will not talk, will not explain why she did what she did. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that quick little book haul. Hopefully it was quick. I tried to be quick about these videos. So now I'm going to go ahead and start reading, hopefully finish Priory, and then I can start Mother Thing. I want to try to keep with uploading regularly, but I've just been so busy recently, and this book has just been putting me in such a slump that I haven't felt like doing anything. So hopefully I finish this so we can move on. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!